Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day, Thursday afternoon slash Friday morning edition, depending on where in the world you are. We're coming into the new year, 2025, and Bitcoin has been up today. It was in the low 90s over the weekend, but hit 97K today, dipped back down to 96 and change. But overall, it's been mostly a green day. Let's go to the chart. Actually, before we do that, I will share one post from my favorite crypto cheerleader Kyle Chassie, who posts the incoming U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is all in on Bitcoin. He's quoted as saying, "Every time Bitcoin dips, I'm going to be the buyer." And Kyle wants to know, are they baiting us? So how pro how pro crypto will our government be with the new administration? Be interesting to see. So looking forward to that. That's about as political as I care to get on this broadcast. So. Anyway, let's go over to Bitcoin. We were at 96.9, I believe. 96.8. So the 97 didn't hold. We dipped down to, well, this is the day candle here. You can see a big fat green candle um, in the mid to high 90s. So it does look like 100K for Bitcoin is going to be resistance for a while till we break through and stay there and bounce off of it a couple times. And Ethereum is 34.4. So it's kind of hanging around that 3,500 range. It's above the 20 EMA, right at the 50, and above the 200. So Ethereum looks pretty good, but not great. Bitcoin a little better, but still has lost its run over 100K, and we're looking to see if we can break through that. Okay, any questions or comments or prognostications for 2025 before we go on to Altcoin Alert? Okay, well, let's see if we can find some day trades and swing trades on Altcoin Alert. Okay, so this is, huh? Are you guys seeing Altcoin Alert?
Yes.
Okay, it's not showing it with the other stuff. Okay, so let's refresh. I've got easy mode off. I've got all the columns showing, which is the Altcoin radar feed. And then I sort these columns to look for trades that I follow for the day. So that's how I use Altcoin Alert as a day trader. And then sometimes I see appropriate swing trade setups and I will make that trade as well. But I'm primarily a day trader. So sorting the AA score, looking for values 80 and higher, um, and then preferably coins with decent volume that are on exchanges that I like to trade. As an experienced day trader, I trade on leverage on a foreign exchange. I use third-party software to access that. That software is not available yet, but it will be someday. Um, but I also on this show go over coins that could be traded on Coinbase. You say swing trades, so we'll do both. Right now, with the AA score sort, got Digibyte, XYO we talked about on Monday, or maybe it was last week. Phantom FTM is a coin I like and has a pretty good setup now. So let's look at that. Okay. Are you seeing my Phantom 15-minute chart?
Yeah.
All right. So this is my 15-minute setup on TradingView. If you want this layout, email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com and I can send you a link to it. I can copy this link and you'll get what you're seeing now. I'm using supply and demand visible range by Algo, the free indicator for support and resistance. Support's the green zone, resistance is the red zone. And the RTI indicator, relative trend index, I use to help me spot trends. And my favorite way to trade are dips and retraces. We have that setup going now. It's one of the reasons I want to talk about the FTN. So we had a big dip down here, and it almost broke above the 20, but not quite. And then I'll use cumulative delta for trend-based trading as confirmation. So on this alert, or on this coin, if you want to trade it as a day trade, right click, add an alert on the RTI. Cross over, could say crossing up. Here's a little slow today, guys. 20 on the value. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on all day, so this will go off potentially multiple times. Alert name, this is an AA score. And if you type in something enough on TradingView, it will remember it, so you can just select it. On settings, on notifications, I'm notifying my app on my smartphone. Show toast notification will be a pop-up on my desktop or laptop. Play a sound also on my laptop, and you can choose whatever sound you want. Classic sounds we've had for years, and they've got some new categories. And click create, and you're good to go. So when that breaks above the 20, that could be a potential long entry. Your take profit, let's say you got in now to this resistance, looking about 5%, which is a great day trade. To the bottom of the red zone, 6.5. Top of the red zone, 8.5. So those are all really good day trades and potential, reasonably attainable take profits. So any questions on FTM as a day trade? Okay. We will look at our swing trade setup. It's on a 1-hour chart. Yeah, we have some candle formation trending up on that hour chart, though we do have a red calendar or a red candle at the moment. We're currently in the sell on the indicator I like to use, which is the SuperTrend. We have supply and demand visible range for support and resistance like the prior chart. SuperTrend for entries, Trendilo LSMA, just this red and green line here for confirmation. So at the moment, well, the perfect where I like to get in is this setup right here. It breaks below, gets into the green zone and comes back out. And so that happened here, 4 a.m. this morning or Wednesday morning, and made a move of 19% in less than a day. So that's an amazing swing trade. At the moment, I would right click on the super trend, add an alert. We're going to do alert super trend buy for only once. AA score. Notifications. That's the same. I use a different sound for a swing trade. I usually go with handbell. So, and then I do most of my swing trades on Coinbase. So it's not ready yet, but it should be soon. And when you do get in, let's say you get in right about here, the red zone is 17.6%. You got some resistance here at 91 cents, which would be around 15%. Any of these would be good short-term swing trade, take profits. Any questions on FTM as a swing trade? Okay, let's see what else we can find. Okay, so that was an AA score. Another one I like is social activity. I'll sort this and match it up with trading activity. And DEXY is up here. Hive, so that's not a match. As TMX, kind of like that one. Let's check it out. Actually, I think I'm confusing this with Sticks, STX. Okay, StormX, you can trade it on crypto.com, Kraken, and then a bunch of foreign exchanges. Blowfin. Yeah, Blowfin is an exchange. I've got a small amount of money on there. I do make trades on it. And currently it doesn't require KYC to trade leverage. So if you want to dabble, you may want to check out that exchange. But no promises. I haven't used it very long. Whether they're reputable or not, I have no idea. Okay, StormX. We'll look at the crypto.com chart, 15-minute. Yeah, it's broken down below the 20. It's not broken back up yet. So if it does, let's say around here, and I'd look at resistance here around 7%, go a little higher up here around 9%. Either of those would be good for StormX. And you set the alert the same way you did on the other one. Right click, crossing up on the 20, once per bar close. This is a social activity sort. The rest is the same. Okay, any questions on StormX as a day trade? Let's look at the swing trade layout. It's had a pretty big dip. It's not showing signs of recovery yet. So this is another one you'd want to put an alert on the SuperTrend, wait for it to come back, show evidence that it is coming back. That's going to be your SuperTrend buy. Social activity. You might want to go with a different play sound. Okay, so that's STMX. Any questions on that one? All right. Let's go back to Altcoin Alert and 1 hour projected range, which I've been using more. And I'm looking for a lower value that's pretty low and an upper value not that concerned about, because on my day trading, I'm only looking for a 1 to 1.5% move on a chart because I'm trading at 10x leverage. If you're trading spot, you may want to go for a bigger move than that. Like here's what I don't like. This is WRX, upper 36%, lower 31%. I don't think so. That's not really helping me much. But Gala, I kind of like this. The upper is 4%, lower is only negative 0.45. So that's less than a 1% negative potential move according to this sort. So this one might be one we want to look at. So this would be primarily day trading information. Let's go to the chart. TMX, back to RCI. And we were looking at Gala. And Gala looks like it's ready for a short because it's broken above the 80. It's just kind of sitting on that line. Yeah, I trade this earlier? No. But, this break below here did result, this would have been profitable for me. So I would have gotten in right about here and moved down. Well, maybe not. Less than 1% before it goes back up again. But if you want a long, you might want to do the 50, break above the 50 instead of the 20. You can just choose this one already, RTI crossover 50, or you can go with crossing up 50 for bar close. So 1 hour. AA projected range. And do the rest as you see fit. So that's the potential day trade on the swing trade side. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. So this information source is not really conducive to this. You still may want to trade it anyway. It's hit the red zone already, so I don't like the setup at all. We won't inclined to short this as a long, have it come back down. If you got in around here, it came all the way back down to the green zone, it's 13%. But if you want to take this long, right click on the super trend and click on the super trend buy, and you know the rest. Okay, any questions on Gala as a swing trade? All right, let's keep plugging away on Altcoin Alert, see what else we can find. Okay, so that was projected range. Let's sort short-term sentiment sort. We'll match that up with the Elder Impulse hourly, see what we can find. Polymath seems to qualify. Spell token, haven't looked at that in a long time. XVG, Talos, Nano, Mogcoin. That's about it. So on those that I just said, that would probably actually trade. Not sure if there are any that qualify, but let's look at Polymath. Okay, Polymath isn't really on anything. So it's on Poloniex and crypto.com, which we can look at crypto.com real quick. Yeah, looking super choppy along the 50. Going to dip
The
below
range looks
20.
quite small.
What's that?
The range looks, oh, hang on, we'll be looking at the bottom part, aren't we?
Yeah, I want to see it break down here and then shoot up. But when it broke above here, it dipped down and went up. Craig's right. This is a small range. I don't like it. Yeah, I want to see you. 2, 3, 4% between the highs and the lows. At 12% from the very highest high to the very highest low to the recent high. That's not bad, but anyway, this one, breaking above the 50 is not that useful. So I go for the break below 20 and then retrace. So right click on the RTI, crossing up. On the 20, you know the rest. Okay, there's a swing. Let's go to the hour chart. And it's currently in a sell, so if a buy kicks in, say around here, resistance here about 6%. Top of the green zone is 14%. It's really just one candle spike here, one wick. Not sure if I want to put my faith in that, but yeah, don't really like either of these setups on Poly, so probably may want to steer clear of this one. Okay, let's look at, that's not right. So that was short-term sentiment, long-term sentiment. We'll match that up with the Elder Impulse Daily. See what we can find. Dexy, Hive, Polymath, get some repeats. Not surprising. We often get some overlap on these things.
You'd be worried if you didn't get overlap.
Indeed. So Doge is both on the long-term sentiment and the daily. Interesting. I like that. So Doge is one I like to trade both directions. So I'll show you how I do that. And we'll go over to the RTI. Sitting on the 50 at the moment. So the alert I like to set, right click on the RTI. And we're going to enter a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. This is long-term sentiment. The rest is the same. Click create and you're good to go. So you can see here when it dipped below the 20, made a move, made a really big move. And then it broke down below the, actually it hasn't broken below the 80 since that big move on Wednesday. It dipped below the 50 and bounced. So I don't know if it's ready for a short yet either, but with the alert I just set or showed you, if it breaks above the 80 and dips back down, that would be my clue for a short. Breaks below the 20, then breaks back up. That's a potential long trade. Be sure to check your Bitcoin, make sure it's following the trend as well, and you'll be good to go. On the 1 hour chart for Doge, it's currently in a buy. Trendilo LSMA has changed to red. It's coming out of the red. So it might dip down here to the 50 and then break back up. That type of move would be 4 or 5%, not that great. I'd rather get in down here when it's in the green zone. Like this entry, this entry, this entry, all would have been good. But if you want to catch this on a swing, right click on the super trend and choose super trend buy. And you're off. Any questions on Doge? Well, we've gone through. All right, go ahead.
Do you set a an alert for the sell, or do you just keep an eye on it on the day trades?
No, I don't set alerts for sells. So I determine my take profit right after, usually before I make the purchase.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so I have a take profit in mind when I make the purchase. That's why I show you guys the resistance areas, because that's what I'm looking for as guidance for the take profit.
Right.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And I hear this a lot in the group, just generally, where do I get out? Where do I get out? Well, support and resistance is, I wouldn't say it's obvious, but if you do this for a while or even for a few months, you'll start to see the patterns. Price has memory, as Bryce likes to say on CryptNation. So use that to your advantage. So for example, if I got into this RTI trade, it broke above the 50. If I got in here, I can see the red zone here, 1.7%. And the top of the red zone is a little bit more. That's a little over 2%. So those are going to be my guidances on that on that trade. That'll be the take profit I put in on the exchange. I'll put that take profit in right away. But there's nothing wrong with setting an alert and looking at the market and staying in a trade. Swing traders trade like that, and people who do longer trades. But as a day trader, I have my plan in place, and that's how I like to execute it. All right, good question. Any others? Okay, well, I will wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And the rest of you folks have a good trading week, good weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you,
Thanks.
CK.
Bye.